Yo, what is up, guys? It's the Nightwing at Way of Life Esports coming at you guys with another League of Legends video here today. And joining me here for this League of Legends video is T-Root, as we are going to talk about Bwipo confirms he declined a recent contract extension offer from Fnatic. So, just about a couple of days ago, it was rumored that Selfman and Bwipo denied a contract extension from Fnatic. And as we broke it down to kind of explain to you guys, if you're generally new to this and following the League of Legends scene, normally when players do that, and even in traditional sports, it's to basically test the free market and see what you're worth. So it might not be, oh, he wants to leave Fnatic. It could just be a simple thing of like, oh, hey, I want to test the market and see how much I'm worth and see if I can get better offers from G2, Rogue, Mad Lions, Schalke, Misfits. It could be something just as simple as that. But, you know, recently, as we just talked about in a previous video with Upset, things are looking pretty interesting at Fnatic. I wouldn't say bad, but things look interesting. They had a very, very subpar performance in the LEC 2021 spring split. So, you know, the players are talking on stream. Selfmade probably has said some things that they haven't probably revealed yet to the outlets, probably on his stream, because, you know, he talks a whole lot of shit. I love Selfmade, and I love shit talking. I love when he does it. Adds a lot of flavor to the scenes. And, you know, Bwipo is very, very open when it comes to these things. But before we get into what Bwipo said during this article, T-Root, anything you want to say, maybe before we head into this, actually?
Called it.
There, I mean, there you go. Are you a prophet too? Oh yeah, I forgot. You and Warren are prophets. You predicted Mad Lions to win the split.
Seems like I'm the prophet of Europe all of a sudden. I mean,
So
I kind of saw this coming where it wasn't that Whippo wants to leave the team. He has his own reasons for not signing the extension. That doesn't mean that he won't re-sign with Fnatic going into next year, but I mean, I think that his own words speak for that sentiment that he doesn't know what he wants to do yet.
which is fine. You know, he's a not middle-aged dude, younger dude, and you know, the sky's the
He is a
limit.
caster now.
That's
He
true.
is joining the caster desk for MSI, which was
Yeah,
announced this morning.
he also did the caster thing for the LEC a little bit too, which I was really like he's good at it. Like that's
Like,
definitely a nice career path for him.
Was it losers finals or grand finals that he was on the desk for?
Also, if you guys like really enjoyed K-Drill on the LEC analyst desk for this past LEC 2021 spring split, I think Bwipo would be another fantastic addition to that, actually. But let's go into what Bwipo has been saying. So, Fnatic top laner Bwipo said on stream earlier today that he isn't extending his contract with the team. Bwipo's contract with Fnatic is set to expire in November at the conclusion of the 2021 Professional League of Legends season.
Not extending Fnatic contract? No, I'm not. Reasons why? Well, I just didn't think I performed very well, and I don't want to be on a team like Fnatic if I don't perform well. This is how I feel. You know, I love our fans, and they're great, but it's not so nice to be a pro player and, you know, being feeling like a disappointment when you don't play very well, and I have other options maybe lined up for me, so maybe a different top laner can do a better job of bringing results to Fnatic, so I really don't mind stepping aside for that.
Wow.
Will I extend if I smash Summer? It highly depends. There's more to it than just that, right? Please don't tell us you go to an A. Again, the reason why I didn't decide to extend the contract is because I want to keep my cards open. What exactly that means or what it will mean for the future is, I don't know. Actually, I have no idea. Big gamble, but it's never wrong to bet on yourself. I mean, you say that, but if, like, the thing about a team, like, the thing about being on a team like Fnatic is even if I extend my contract and I perform poorly, there's a chance I get replaced. So, to say it's a big gamble is a little bit of a an underrated. I mean, not underrated. It's a little bit of an off take, you know. I support Fnatic because of you. Why, thank you. I appreciate it. But the point being is, like, I don't mind either way, you know.
Okay. Wow.
I'm here to play good League of Legends, and if I can't do that, then, you know, if I don't feel like I'm capable of doing that, then I'm not going to play professionally. That's how I feel. So I'd like to use this week or use this split as a like a test for myself, you know.
Mm-hmm.
How can I perform under pressure?
Okay, so that
Whippo the Honorable.
I mean, at least he's very open with what he currently feels right now. So when he says keeps his options open, guys, that pretty much means either he's contemplating retiring, being in the casters, position, or you just go to another team, potentially in NA or EU. Now, Bwipo has been with Fnatic ever since the EU LCS 2018 spring split, back when he was replacing Soaz, right?
I mean, really, it was spring playoffs, but literally the last week of
you're right. Yeah,
the spring split going into MSI, because
he played the finals against G2 that weekend too, and he had that really good Sion performance. I remember he was really fantastic on Sion, dude. He's a really good Sion player.
All the playoff games. I think Soaz was either having a hand injury or had hand surgery or something.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh, shit. Like, it feels so long ago that he was at MSI 2018 with Fnatic, and and
then Worlds Finals 2018.
Yeah, like, he played really well in 2018. I think in 2019 he still played pretty well. 2020, I think he could have been considered an MVP candidate. I know at some point I had him as an MVP candidate during his tenure. But recently he became such a Jizuke for top laners. Like, his performance wasn't as consistently top tier as it normally was when he first started. But that happens though over the course of your career as anything. Your performance is not going to be as good as when you first start something, right? But
yeah, new meta, new gameplay, especially in
League of Legends always changes too, you know. So
yeah,
I don't know, because I know a lot of fans like to rag on him, but a lot of fans love him too. So I don't personally, dislike his gameplay. I just think that Whippo and Hylissang's gameplay does not exactly improve Fnatic anymore the same way it did back when Fnatic was the dominant team, I think teams have figured out how they play, and I think in order to get Fnatic back into the championship contending, holding the trophy at the end of the split and playoffs, the confetti's raining down, to get back to that point, because that hasn't happened since 2018. It's been like almost 3 years. If they don't win this split coming up, it's been almost 3 years since they haven't won a trophy. To get back to that point when they're winning trophies, going to MSI, representing Europe, at this point, I'm just being honest, you guys, you gotta replace some people. Like, it's like the argument I give with Bjergsen back in the day on TSM. Yes, Bjergsen is fantastic, but when you go to, like, international events, you keep seeing the exact same issues. You gotta change something. Whether or not it's good or bad in that moment doesn't mean anything. You need a different dynamic after all these years. Like, Whipple's been on Fnatic since 2018. His dynamic and presence on the team could be kind of detrimental to them. Not in a bad way, but it's like, it's not allowing other things to flourish, because, Whippo and Selfmade and a lot of the Fnatic players currently right now have a really strong opinion of how to play the game. And having too many of those strong opinions of how to play the game might not be what the team needs to succeed. Like, Mithy even said they couldn't even agree on drafting all year between Bwipo and Selfmade. So, I mean, I think it's time for Fnatic to get new players, though. Like, I love when new players come into rosters and see how they do. I mean, let's be honest here. I know Fnatic have their money issues or whatever people keep talking about, but let's be honest here, dude. Fnatic has always produced some pretty amazing players, despite having, quote unquote, fucking the fire is burning down their house in the backyard type shit. Let's be fair here. Fnatic has always produced amazing players. So to say that Fnatic won't produce amazing players after Bwipo Hylissang is ludicrous. That's fucking crazy to say,
Yeah. Well, I mean, you just look at the history of players who have come through Fnatic and kind of gotten better after, or I wouldn't say gotten better after Fnatic, but I would say got better because they were on Fnatic. Looking at people like Huni and Rainover, people like Fabevin, Amazing,
Caps.
yeah, Caps, Broxa to an extent.
They've had legacy
Fnatic
amazing
is
players.
this
They've had great
is
Reckless,
this yeah.
Expeke, holy shit,
hmm
Soaz, legendary EU players are playing
Soaz,
on
Yellow
Fnatic.
Star,
Yeah,
yep.
dude. So when you're looking at this for like any of the Fnatic fans watching this, if he decides to leave Fnatic after this year, it's his decision. It's his life. He doesn't have to play
hmm
on Fnatic because you like him. You could just like him playing on another team, though. That's not mutually
Oh yeah.
exclusive, for a lot of the fans that I know are gonna probably watch and go, "Oh my god, he has to play on Fnatic because I love him." Well, you can love him on another team, actually, respecting his decision to leave potentially. Because there's a reason why he declined the contract, and he said it wasn't because of money. Because he said 100 Thieves offered him a whole shit ton of money after they got destroyed in the 2018 World Championship Finals against Invictus Gaming. So, looking at this, anything else you want to say, man? Because I think he's done with Fnatic, actually. He's been here for so long. This is like the only org he's been a part of. So, I mean, the grass looks greener on
Well,
potentially
major org.
major org, yeah, let's be honest here. This will be
Like
the first.
Bwipo.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead and finish your thought.
No, it was just, I was going to just say, like, this has been his first and his first org was a major org, and he did really well. But I think that people have to stop kind of living in the past of those things, though. He hasn't really been that good of a player in a very long time. At that peak, at we first saw him at, he's been a really good player, but at that level, he's not. He hasn't just been that. Neither is Hillsang either. Like, Hillsang had a pretty bad split to me personally. But what were you gonna say?
Well, I was just gonna say, Bwipo comes from this weird class of players that started out in Turkey. People like Broken Blade, Closer, Caps. That from Turkey came to EU and did something really good with their career, or went to NA and did something with their career. The thing with his statement is that he's like, Fnatic's a big org, they have lots of fans, and I don't feel like I should be on this team if I can't produce results. So there's a little bit of, like I said, very honorable about that, where he's like, he doesn't feel like he's living up to the legacy of Fnatic, but there's also that, that fan stress of, people, calling him, an inter, being really toxic towards him because of how big of a fan base Fnatic is.
Yeah.
I also think it's worth mentioning the comment he made where he's like, Fnatic is an org that looks to win, and if I'm impeding that, there's a chance that I'll just get replaced anyway. So,
which is true. No, he's correct about that. Even if he does perform semi decently well, he could still get replaced anyway.
Yeah.
Which
so
is
I feel like it's worth it to to bring to the attention that he understands that his place in Fnatic is it's shaky. He doesn't know what he wants to do. He wants to keep his options open. Whether that means like he renegotiates a contract if summer goes really well and they go to Worlds, or if he chooses to leave for another team and Fnatic tries to find someone a little more successful. I think he understands that the org is going to do what's in the best interest of the org, and that he wants what's best for Fnatic and the fans, because he does love the organization. He does feel like he's kind of the face of the team in the last year, especially with the departure of Reckless. So I think whatever he chooses to do, like you said, it is his decision, and he knows he's taking a gamble, leaving Fnatic and doing something new. I say power to him. If it's on a different team, I will support him on that different team. If it's with Fnatic, I will continue to support him. But, at the end of the day, I only wish him the best, and I really hope that should he leave, Fnatic find someone who's a suitable replacement. But more importantly than that, I hope that summer is a good split for Fnatic. I hope that a lot of the core members kind of stick with it. Or
you're saying the doubters. Hope the doubters get proven wrong.
I hope all the G2 fans kind of go up in flames.
Hey! We're the kings. we're not the kings right now, but we will have that crown once again. That'll be mine. I'll be wearing a crown at the end of this split.
Okay, Trump. You think that the results are rigged,
Dude, hey man, Mad Lions got lucky. It's the only reason why they're at MSI. They got lucky. That's how it works in this scene. But
by beating G2.
Now see you guys later. That's pretty much it. I've got no comeback for that one because that was perfectly well timed. Guys, when players have these kind of things they're talking about, generally, whenever you hear them, whether it be written articles or clips from Twitch, you have to respect at the end of the day. Yeah, be supportive, and it's their decision. At the end of the day, you don't control them. They get to play wherever they choose to, or they get to decide to be a streamer or a caster, just support them in that decision. Because I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to have this guy lead to my rival team. You get no choice in that. It means that person, that pro player that decides that, doesn't consider you when they're making that decision. You actually don't matter at all. That is literally just a fan thing. You know, for fans, oh, I don't want this guy leaving. That's literally just a fan thing. You cannot, I heard in some places, and like, you know, you can't control people or make them like slaves, because that's kind of illegal, you know? You know, you can't like be like, oh, this guy can't leave because I just can't see myself ever liking another guy playing for the org. Honestly, if you're a Fnatic fan, you're staying a Fnatic fan. Let's be honest here.
Yep.
If any of these guys leaves, you're gonna be a Fnatic fan. If you're a Fnatic fan after Reckless leaving, because you know, you guys had a lot of fucking reckless Fnatic fans. They weren't really a fan of the org. They were a fan of Reckless. I'm kind of glad you guys got rid of a lot of those people, because that's really fucking annoying. Someone says you're a fan of their org, but when a player leaves, they all just leave with that guy, which is fine if that's who you are. But like, don't say you're a fan of the org. You're just a liar. You are a liar if you say that. You know. But anything else you want to say, man, before we head out of this, actually?
No, I mean, I think I said my piece. You know, Fnatic will do better in summer, or at least I hope they will. And that'll, you know, you might see a change in some of these guys' tune. They might be a little more positive, or they just will do what they think is best for them, you know? Nothing but love for Whippo and Selfmade and everything. So, Fnatic are going to go to Worlds, and, you know, that'll be that.
And with that, I'll see you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe. Most of all, enjoy. I'm the Nightwing and Way of Life Esports. Signing out, guys. Peace. Have a good day. See you guys later. And goodbye. Deuces. Bam.